Alright, hello everyone. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be explaining how to beat Espinas. Realistically speaking, the armor you wear doesn't really matter, but let's go over the setup anyways. For this one, just for the explanation video, I'm just going to use the Espinas armor. However, the armors that work the best that you can get before beating it are either the tentacle armor, which works pretty alright, or I would actually recommend going in with the Narcylla armor. The reason I recommend the Narcylla armor is because regardless of whatever armor you pick, if he hits you, he's going to one-shot you. So in order to make use, what you really want to do is you want to make use of the abilities that they have, right? So this has inflict rate up, which means that it'll make it easier for you to get statuses on him. Now this is just for you. Not your Monstries. Next thing you want to know, tentacle armor. You can get it from Namiel. All you have to do is fight a few mobs at night. Just kill enough things at night and it'll spawn. And then after he beats you, he's gonna drop a piece of hide, and then you can just make the armor with that. The weapons that we're using for this one are the Dios Tailhammer and the Dios Gunlance, which are obtained from beating the wild Brachydios. And we're going to use the Magica charm for any instances where, for example, we lose a heart and we need to gain it back for whatever reason, or we're trying to do some setup. This setup works ridiculously well in terms of consistency. Like I said, Espinas armor doesn't really matter. It does make it a little bit easier once you have it to beat the fight again, just because the inflict rate L. But Narcylla armor has inflict rate M, which will help out a lot. I think Narcylla armor is better than doing it with the tentacle armor, specifically because of the inflict rate, but that's basically the only difference, alright? So for this one, we're just going to start the fight with a wild one, and I'm gonna, and the partner that you want to have is Kora. And you want to make sure that the skill details, oh, hold on, not that. Oh, yeah. You want to make sure that it's either, no, Battle Allies choice is fine, honestly. That's perfectly fine. You just need to make sure you have Kora as your partner. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and start the fight. I'm just going to switch over to the Narcylla armor just to kind of prove that it doesn't really matter. Just to make my point regarding that it doesn't really matter if you're using Narscylla armor or the Espinas armor. Well, it makes a bit of a difference once you have the Espinas armor, but just to make it a little bit simpler. But that's it. All right, so that's the equipment that we're going in with, and we're just gonna fight one of the ones that I have in the overworld here because I've already caught it, right? So that does give me a big chunk of damage. That doesn't really matter that much though. It's gonna shorten the time that the fight lasts, because he won't go into his deep rotations until like later on once he gets below a certain threshold. So that doesn't really matter that much. So basically, you're gonna do this. What you do in the first fight, since he's gonna be sleeping in the cavern, right? You just want to make sure to have you have 3 dreadqueen rathians, and all of them need to be of the neutral element, which you get from the Brachydios area once you set them up there. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a solar cry, and then we're just gonna pet. Oh, I forgot to mention that you do want to make sure to have pet on your hunting horn.
Good monster.
Because it is going to come in useful in various different places, not just for the setup phase, but there's also more. So there's a couple of things that he does. He's going to attack twice, and one of them is an ability that you cannot clash with, right? So right now, if I do, let's say, okay, if I do, he's already doing a speed attack, so we know he's not going to clash with him. And if I do a power attack or anything, I can see that he's not going to clash with me, right? So he's obviously going to attack Kora here. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but he's going to attack Kora with it for sure. So I'm just going to do another solar cry, and I'm just going to start setting up the pulsing melody, which is a green, a blue, a red, and a green. So let's just start setting that up. where you hit doesn't matter that much. I usually just go for the wing because I usually take it out with the Gunlance. Alright. Okay, so he did a regular attack first, which is power. He does power move while he's in his normal stance. And so, see that arrow right there? It's a little bit hard to see through the... There we go. So you see that arrow right there? That means that it's not going to be a clash. That means he's going to hit her with something that she cannot clash with, right? So she's going to go down for sure. So in the meantime, we're going to keep taking advantage of that, and we're just going to keep setting up. That's what we're just going to keep working on here. So we're going to switch to another one, and we're going to keep working on the setup. Now for this, I'm just going to get my blue note.
Don't push yourself.
Alright, so now he's become angry. Okay, so he has 3 different things that he can say when he's getting angry, when he changes into his rage mode. So you really have to pay attention to what that phrase that your cat says right after is. Because that's going to determine, like, where exactly or what exactly you have to do in order to beat the fight, right? In order to see what his rotation is going to be. So the first one is, that thing looks angry, be careful. That pattern is going to be a speed move, then it's going to do the poison fire, which is the one that you cannot clash with him, and then it's going to do a speed move, and then he's going to finish off with Infernal Flame, which is going to be an AoE wipe, right? The second one that he has is, it's responding to you, and it's angry. This is going to be speed move, Raging Rampage, which is a different AoE move that will also wipe everybody on the field. And then he's going to do a speed move, and then he's going to do Infernal Flame. So generally speaking, during those 2 first patterns, you want to knock them out if you can, like knock them unconscious, knock them down, I guess, during that first move, if you can. You can use the purple gypceros to outspeed him and do it in the second turn, but that is... You gotta make sure he's within certain thresholds to be able to do that. And I'll explain that a little bit further once we actually get into that situation. And the third one, which is the one that's... it can probably wipe you if you're not careful, or if you don't play it as well as you could. It's, I think we've made it angry, very angry. For that one, he's going to do an AoE that's going to wipe everybody. He's going to do a speed move, and then he's going to do another AoE to wipe everybody, and then another AoE to wipe everybody. So for that one, you generally speaking, if you can, you want to counter the first one with a kinship skill if it's not going to knock him down. If not, just tank it, because it's always better to knock him down during his second attack, during a speed move. Because if you do that, then he'll skip the Raging Rampage and he'll go directly to the Infernal Flame. Alright, so once those situations pop up, I'll go ahead and explain that again to make sure that everything is copacetic, everybody's understanding what is going on, how it works, why it works that way. So, okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, she's already doing Solar Cry, so now he's become a speed mode, right? So now I just want to hit him... Clash. See, and now he's gonna hit her with a thing that she cannot can't do anything about, right? So normally when he does that towards you, she will guard you, but that isn't always the case. So you really have to pay attention to what everyone is doing, when they're doing it, why they're doing it, etc. Because it is gonna matter, right? So right here, I'm just gonna pet to make sure that my dreadqueen gets to 100, so I have it as a setup mount, right?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. Tell me that.
You're the best.
There we go. See, now, so right here you can't see that it's gonna clash because she's doing the Solar Cry, but if you try to Toxic Sweep, you can see that's a blue line with a little spark in the middle. The spark in the middle means that there's gonna be a clash, right? So since he's in speed mode right now, what we want to do is we want to use a sleep needle from a Narcylla, right? So with this Narcylla, you're going to go ahead and use the sleep needle.
Let's go.
And you're going to want to not attack him. You're going to want to pet because, especially because Kora and Gravy are both down right now. If he manages to go to sleep, you're going to want to take advantage of that to set up as much as possible, right? So it might happen, might not, and in this case it didn't happen. Alright, so... Okay, let's see... Yeah, okay, so now I need to mount to avoid his AoE. Right, he didn't go to sleep. If he had gone to sleep, it would have been great. It would have given me more time to set up more dreadqueen Rathians, but since he didn't, no big deal. I already have one set up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mount so that I don't lose any hearts. Because if you don't do this, then he's gonna take 2 hearts away from you. See? Infernal Flames, and that kills everybody on the field.
Calm down.
Don't try to block it with a lance that has that will make you survive. The reason you don't want to do that is because it will poison you and you will die anyways, and your monster will also die. So yeah, that's not a good idea at all. And so he's back in his normal mode. So again, he's going to do some kind of combination of 2 power attacks and 1 unblockable move, right? So let's see how this goes right now. So so now we want to get back into the setup again. We want to make sure we have Monsty always at a 100 whenever possible. And since he's going into power, we're gonna go ahead and bash his face in. And yeah, this should be fine. You see how he has a little under 2 crystals right now? You want to try to keep him at around that much-ish when he goes back into his normal, if you can. There's a few different ways of controlling it, and I'll talk about that once that comes up. But, okay, yeah, the Brachydios missed. If the Brachydios had hit, that would have been, like another half, approximately, taken out from there, right? So, Spreading Beam, okay, he's doing the unblockable thing. You see the triangle, the little line pointing in the one direction with no clash in the center. Okay, and so now we're gonna keep setting up. That's what we're just gonna keep doing right now. We're gonna set up as much as possible. Whenever you switch to another one, you always want to make sure that you're switching to the one that has the most energy available. That's even when you're going to have to switch into it to mount it. The reason why you want to do that is because the energy on the other ones will still accumulate, but this one will not gain any more energy past 70, because that's what its starting energy is, right? So you want to, like, if I were to switch to this one wouldn't get any energy in the meantime. So that's why I want to switch to the one that has the most energy, so this one can still keep accumulating energy while it's waiting, right? So we're going to switch.
Counting on you.
Then we are going to Solar Cry, and he's going to Rock Shield, so he might survive the attack. And, okay, in that case, I'm just going to keep working on this setup here. Bam. Okay, so now he's gonna clash, but she's gonna knock him down, right? She's gonna do a magma surge. I kind of wish she wouldn't knock him down here, but not much I can do about that at all. So I'm just gonna do this just in case she doesn't knock him out. But it probably most likely will. I'm pretty sure it does like 1 1/4 or something like that. But generally speaking, you want to stagger him when he's angry, if at all possible, right? That's not always the case, but whenever you can, you want to do that. Alright, so that's... I already have one at 100, so that's fine. So now we're going to switch to this one.
Let's go.
That. You just kind of keep setting up as much as possible. And I'm going to finish the hammer setup for the song, and I'm just going to keep that in reserve until whenever I need to use it. Alright, that thing looks angry, be careful. Okay, so that's the first one, so that means speed move, unclashable ability that will kill one person, speed move, and then is going to do the AoE. Alright, that's what that means. So is he gonna clash here? Nope. Is he gonna try to hit me with it? Nope. That means he's gonna hit Kora with it. It's because she's doing a guard reload, so it doesn't show that he's gonna attack her. And Gravy is doing a power attack, and if it was hitting him, then it would either show an arrow or a clash or something. But so yeah, he's gonna attack her. Okay. In that case, we're gonna keep working on the setup. Yeah, this is fine. Solar Cry, and we're gonna try to whittle his bar down a little bit. Just gonna do this. That's fine. Alright, he's in the unblockable over there, so... we're gonna continue setting up.
Counting on you.
Alright, and you generally speaking want to conserve as much energy as possible when possible. Again, it's not always possible, but well, I'll show you as the situations come up, because it almost always happens in every single one. Okay, so now he's gonna clash, and he is in speed form right now, so I'm gonna use the Sleep Needle.
Let's go.
And I am going to hit him. I'm gonna do a duel here, because that might end up working. Yep, okay, so he went to sleep, but he didn't get blast. So, but whatever, it's fine.
Now's your chance.
See, that's why sleeping him is a lot more effective when they are down, or when he's clashing with one of them, because it affects the move order of how things go. Again, I'll explain it a little bit more. Crap, it wasn't... Okay, so now I have the mounts. So let's see, who has the most energy? You do.
Counting on you. Ready?
So... Alright. It's down.
Calm down.
Solar Cry. There's another option here. Other option I could do is try to use a Sleep Needle, because that'll most likely end up going second, and if it sleeps him, then it'll potentially save me from something, but I'm just going to keep working on setup for now. And I'm going to hit him with the hammer, and he's in normal, so that means I have to do a speed attack.
Nice.
Okay, so here I will try to get him to go to sleep. The reason why I want him to go to sleep here is at least I want him to go to sleep after the clash, because if that happens, then it'll potentially save me from the unblockable thing. Although Kora should get up immediately after, so
let's go.
Probably doesn't matter very much, but let's do it just for the sake of explaining. And we're gonna clash here with speed again.
There.
And didn't go to sleep, but that's fine because she's getting up. So okay. So see how Kora's doing the shielding stance? So even though he would normally attack my Narcylla there, because she's using shielding stance, my Narcylla, or my Monstie, whatever you want to say in this case, it has a 0% chance of getting hit here. So what's going to happen is Kora is going to get hit by that instead. All right? That's a key component to understand in this particular fight here. And I'm just going to push to him, and I'm gonna pet because I don't really want to knock it down right now. I want to knock it down once it gets angry, and the Brachydos might knock it down afterwards if I hit it. So that's why we're gonna save that there. Alright, it's at a quarter. Looks angry, very angry. Okay, so again, It's going to do a speed move, it's going to do the pointy thing, then it's going to do a speed move, and then it's going to AoE, right? So I either have to knock it down in this turn, or I have to knock it down in the next turn. It's going to use Solar Cry. I don't really want it to use Solar Cry. Could work, could not work. Let's see. I don't really want it to use Solar Cry, because even though it would get it to 100, it's not missing very much. So I'm just going to do a Tail Stun instead, because that'll probably knock it down. And I want to knock it down either in this turn, or outspeed it and do it in the next turn. And the Tail Stun, the reason why we bring that is because it will outspeed him. Basically every single time, right? So if he's at a quarter, or if he's at less than half, you're basically guaranteed to do a knockdown there. So that being the case, I'm just gonna try to whittle him down a little bit further, and I'm gonna hit him with... I should do a technical because he's in speed mode. You want to be careful about it. He's not gonna hit, he's guaranteed not to hit me there, but again, you want to get into good habits, and you never want to do the Synchro Rush. Never ever do it. It's a really bad idea. It steals time from you. You're not gonna do any damage. So yeah, you basically just don't want to do that, right? So here, okay, she's gonna do quite a bit there, and now we're gonna switch over to the dreadqueen.
Counting on you.
And we're just gonna attack, because that'll get her to full, and she's gonna have more energy to spare. So that works out perfectly fine. See, about 1.5-ish is what it does when she does the magma surge. Alright. So now he's guaranteed to do it. AoE? Or is it the speed move? I wasn't really paying that much attention. I should pay more attention. Whatever. When in doubt, mount it out. Because he's probably going to do a speed move to hit her, right? Yeah. Yep. That's what I thought. It's just because the lines don't show up, you really have to be paying attention to what's going on. Okay, so now he's guaranteed to do the AoE. Which again, this is fine, and you never want to cancel this out with your kinship skill, because he's just gonna do it the next turn, right? So you always want to take that while mounted, right? That's basically what you want to happen. Okay, so he's gonna clash here, right? Yep. Let's see. Okay, so we're actually... Oh yeah. Having her clash is fine. And we are not gonna try to hit it very hard here. Not with the hammer at least, because we don't want to do that much damage to his bar. Okay, he's gonna clash again. And so we're just gonna do that again. Alright, so now he's at about a quarter, which means... Okay, so Gravy's probably gonna knock it down right now. Again, not much you can do about that sometimes. It's totally fine. Just gotta work with what you got, you know? So I'm just gonna do that. Just gonna do the Solar Cry, and we're gonna pet. Just to... Because Gravy might miss, right? And if Gravy misses, that's better for us in this situation. But if he doesn't miss, it's fine.
You're the best.
Alright. So this is the reason why you kind of want to bring the Gunlance. I'll show you in a second. Okay, just go ahead and do Solar Cry, and we're going to use the Gunlance to do Wyvern's Fire, because this does quite a bit of damage to him. Because when he's knocked down like this, you're guaranteed criticals, so it does a lot more. It does a lot of damage. That thing looks angry, be careful. So that's the first one, again. So that means speed move, unblockable ability to one person, speed move, and then he's gonna AoE. So let's keep working on the setup.
Counting on you.
And let's work on his bar a little bit. Yeah.
I won!
All right.
I'll survive.
Okay, so he's gonna hit her with it. That's totally fine. Another cry. And again, get into good habits, just in case.
Don't push yourself.
Okay. Alright, so since I have my 3 dreadqueens already set up here, I can leave this one to do second wind, which I actually think I am going to do this time, so it can increase its energy. And I'm going to hit it with the hammer, and it's in speed form. You can even tell at the top, once you've fought it enough, it'll tell you right next to it. Like at the top, you can see the little speed symbol. So that means it's going to do a speed attack. Remember, because the line is yellow, it means it's gonna hit you. And once you see the little, once you like put up anything, right, it's gonna show the little sparking in the middle, meaning that you're gonna clash. That's how you can tell if you're clashing or if it's gonna hit you with something that's unblockable or whatever. You can't always tell depending on who he's aiming the unblockable thing at or aiming the attack at, depending on what they're doing, but it gives you a lot more information. So I'm gonna hit him with the hammer, technical, because he's in speed form, and
Nice.
bam.
Okay.
Okay. So now I want to mount, for sure. So again, we're going to look at what we have. We have this one, and this one. And the reason why we're picking this one is because of the amount of energy that it has. It has 70 energy. It cannot go any higher. So we're going to pick that one. We're going to mount it. And then we're just going to do a regular attack.
I won't give up.
Return back to normal. So see, now it's at 77 because I took it out. Otherwise, if I had chosen another one, this one would still be at 70. So yeah, it's pretty important to pay attention to the little details like that, because those small energy details will make a big difference for the fight in general. And we're just gonna hit him. Okay. No, dreadqueen, you're gonna do solar cry, and then I'm just gonna use the lance because I want to do as little damage as possible to his bar right now because it's really close to getting down there. Okay, and we're gonna do this. That's fine. He's not aiming at me. It doesn't matter.
Are you okay?
Not. Tell me that.
Okay. And doesn't have enough energy for a solar cry, so it's a little unfortunate, but it's fine. It works out. So we don't want to use purple gypceros. He takes a little bit too much out of it right now. So in this case, we're just going to do a Venom strike
Counting on
with
you.
Ratha, and we're going to use the hammer here. And he's in power mode, so we want to use speed. That should not knock him down. It should get close, but it shouldn't actually knock him down. See?
Watch out!
It's real close, but yeah.
Everyone.
So this thing looks angry, be careful. Again, that's the first rotation. It's gonna do that most of the time. Most of the time it's gonna go to that first one until you get to like certain HP pools. Sometimes it does switch it up a little bit at lower HP pools, but it doesn't tend to do that very often. So yeah, okay, what we're gonna do is we can just keep Ratha here to get more energy, because These guys, no, I wanna, no, he's not at 30 yet, so that's gonna stay in there. Yeah, so we're gonna keep Wrath out, we're just gonna use Venom Strike to get him to get more, and we're gonna end up knocking him down. Bam! And we have enough energy for it, and he's knocked down. So here we have a couple of options. I'm just gonna take out the Rathian to get it to 100, just to be extra safe.
Let's go.
Because you, generally speaking, want to be as safe as possible here. And I'm gonna use the Wyvern Heavy Fire to do a bunch of damage to it.
Good going. Nailed it.
Okay, now it's gonna do a speed move. And the Rathian's at 100, so we're gonna switch out of it, and... we can try to do a Sleep Needle to get an extra turn here, but I think I'm just gonna do a Tail Sweep.
Counting on you.
Bring down its bar a little bit, get a little bit of damage on it. Okay, and we stunned them out of it, I guess. That does occasionally happen. Don't ever count on that, though. Like, never ever count on that, because if you do, you're probably gonna die. Okay, so again, we're looking to see who has the most energy here. This one has the most energy, so we're gonna swap to it. We're gonna mount, and we're just gonna use a technical attack. Burn the flames. Normally I have a fan running because this place gets so hot, but if I run the fan, the noise is really bad on the audio, so we're not doing that. Okay. So set up. And down.
Let's do this.
Yeah, see there, it missed. She's gonna mount pretty soon, so I probably want to do as little damage to his bar as possible, because things might go not my way if I don't. Okay, in that case I'll just pet.
Good monster.
Yeah, petting is almost always an option.
I'll survive.
Okay, so now he's gonna do the unblockable move here, and he's gonna take out my Rathian, right? So we have an option. I'm gonna go for option 1 here, because this does work out sometimes. And if you have a chance over no chance, you want to take chance, right? Because if you have no chance to do anything good, then you just do whatever gives you the highest probability. So the highest probability of me not losing a heart here is me using Sleep Needle, because it might go before it, and not guaranteed, but if it does, I could put it to sleep. And if I put it to sleep, it won't do its attack. Okay, it didn't work out for me, right? It's fine though. It's fine. That's why we prepare the song.
Watch out! What?
This thing looks angry. Be careful. Okay, so that's the first rotation again.
Let's go.
Gonna want to knock him out right here. It's gonna be a bit difficult too. So the only way I'll really get it done is if I use Perfect Strike. Don't really want to do that, but actually no. I'll use Chain Strap, and I'll demonstrate the other thing that I was talking about outspeeding him during the second turn. If it goes the way that I think it will go. Because I could knock him out here. But, yeah, okay, it didn't. Okay, perfect. So see how he's going to do the attack that she can't block? So instead of her getting hit by that, he's going to get knocked out by this. and then he's gonna take a Wyvern Fire, full damage to the face. Watch. Oh, she used the trap. Oh, okay, that was kind of a waste for me, but whatever. It demonstrates what I was talking about. See, you can outspeed it with that ability. If it's at less than half, you can knock it down. If it's at half or greater, you're not guaranteed to knock it down, so be really careful about that. Okay, so now we're just gonna keep working on setup.
Counting on you.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it this way. I'll just do it the petting way.
Amazing.
Because that way it can potentially keep its energy. I know it wasn't gonna max out, but that's fine here.
I won't give up.
So right now he should be doing speed attack, if I'm counting correctly. And he should be doing it at Kora, even though he's facing my way for some reason. I really is disgruntling when that happens. Let's see. I already have, yeah, I still have my song set up. I'm still at 3 hearts. So I'm just gonna do a technical attack.
Over here!
Oh, I miscounted. Okay, that happens sometimes. That's why you gotta pay attention. That's why I said when in doubt, you want to mount. But this is fine. This is fine. I can show how to get past these mistakes. Okay, so here, he's gonna hit me with that thing. So for sure is gonna, I have no way to avoid that right now, right? So I'm gonna get on the Monstries.
Let's go. Ready?
And I'm going to do my best to try to avoid it by... avoiding it's not really a good idea here. I'm just gonna try to poison him. Okay. So now it's gonna toxic sweep, so she's gonna win the clash, and I'm gonna start gaining my hearts back. There's one. And gonna, okay, let's see. We're actually gonna switch to this. Yeah, we're just gonna switch to that one, just so it'll get to 100 there, because it's really close. So just from it attacking, it'll get there. And we're gonna start setting up the song again, because we're still a heart down. So there's a chance she'll use something, an item on you, to get your heart back up, but it doesn't always happen, so don't count on it. Like, don't expect it to happen. That thing looks angry, be careful. Again, that's the first rotation. So now this monster's at 100, 100. First rotation, I'm gonna assume she's gonna take the second hit if something happens. If not, it's fine. So I'm gonna keep working on setup. So now I play Uno.
Keep it up.
Yeah, she's taking the hit. Okay, perfect. Stole their cry. And I'm actually also gonna do pet here. I don't think it'll get to 100, but it might, or it'll get close enough. Yeah, close enough.
Okay.
Come on, everyone.
Okay.
Counting on you. You okay?
Staggered, so that gives me some time to set up more. Alright, so now I'm gonna finish getting this one to 100. Just... Okay, and I'm gonna keep working on the song here.
I've got this.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to what she was doing. That's fine though. Doesn't matter. Okay, now we got a mount. And you always want to take the one with the highest energy, because that one, again, this one has 78, 70. 78 is higher though, so we're going to switch to that one. And the mount. And there we go.
Calm down.
Okay. Doing toxic sleep is perfectly fine there. I can finish setting up my song.
Alright.
Poison, nice.
Won't give up.
Okay. Sleep needle.
Let's go.
And we got a clash. It's in power mode, so we're gonna do speed.
Nice.
Alright, cool. So that's gonna buy us a turn, at least. Because it won't, because it's sleeping right now, it's not going to attack. So it's just gonna skip the attack that it was doing. It was gonna do. So that's perfect, right? That's what I was trying to demonstrate. Sometimes you can get extra free turns, just like that. And you really gotta take as much as you can get with these kinds of situations. Like, having these other ones at 100 is also really useful, because that means you have extra shields, right? So, I already have my song set up, and since I am missing a heart, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, cool. That'll get my Narcylla to 100 once it attacks. So now I have an extra ride shield. Knocking it down there is not ideal, but honestly it's perfectly fine. It's giving me more time to set up, it's letting me do things that I need to do. Just take advantage of whatever you can take advantage of. Alright, so now we're going to switch in. Solar Cry. And we're going to start setting up the song again, just in case. Right, so you always want to have a song set up, just in case something goes not as planned, something unexpected happens, etc. Just, you know, prepare. And I think we've made it angry, very angry. Okay, so that is the hardest rotation to deal with, right? Because what it's going to do right now is it's going to do an AoE attack that kills everybody, it's going to do a speed attack, and then it's going to do 2 AoE attacks in a row, right? So that's a really dangerous situation. So if you can knock, like, you generally speaking want to use a kinship skill on this first one, and then if you can knock it down in the second turn, you want to go ahead and do that. You can't always do that, but we're going to discuss in a second what to do, because I'm probably not going to be able to knock it down here. So we're going to discuss what to do in that situation in just a second. So there we go, we're going to ride, and we are going to use Dual Razor, because he is, I'm just going to go it to 1 time speed right here. So see, he's doing Raging Rush. That ability kills everybody if he does it. So you can block that one by using a kinship skill, but different situations you want to or don't want to do that, right? Alright, so now he's guaranteed to do a speed move, and he's gonna hit Kora with it. How do I know he's gonna hit Kora with it? Because dreadqueen's doing a toxic sweep, and there's no line to her. I'm doing a technical, and there's no line to me. Spreading beam, yeah, so there's nothing over there. So he's doing that for sure. So because we're not gonna be able to knock him down here, like, there's another option though. The other option is Sleep Needle, right? You want him to get him to go to sleep for the next turn, because that'll mean he'll skip that second Raging Rampaging ability. So I don't want to wake him up again, just in case I do get the sleep on the last, because Narcylla will probably go last here. Not guaranteed, but most likely, and if she does, and she puts him to sleep, that's going to be a positive situation for us. So we don't want to potentially fuck that up by attacking after Narcylla, right? So, okay, perfect. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to demonstrate. So now, even though I didn't knock him down, he's going to skip that second ability, right? So now he's not going to do 2 AoEs in a row. He's only going to do 1 once he wakes up, because he's skipping 1 right now. So that is the exact reason why, if he's not clashing with your Monstie, you want to use, because if he's clashing with you, you can still attack him and try to use the sleep needle with the Monstie to try to get past that situation. Okay, so since he's asleep, we're gonna take advantage and we're gonna keep working on setup. You are always setting up, always working on setup with this fight. You wanna have as many Monsties as possible at 100 as often as possible, because you never know when you're gonna need to put up another shield, right? You never know when you're gonna need more, how often he's gonna spam, things like that. At the end, he gets a little bit more spammy with that, but if you put him to sleep at the right positions, if you just work at it this way, it's almost guaranteed to work every time. I've fought this guy several times, and this method has been the most consistent. And I'm even wearing the Narscylla armor to prove that the armor that you wear, it really doesn't matter. Narscylla armor will give you the best benefits because it'll give you a better chance to inflict blast, which will do quite a bit of damage. So, okay, so solid energy, and I am going to... There's a couple of things I could do here, actually. Oh, I already switched. So that's too bad, but I am going to try to knock it out to get a bit more turns for setup. Oh yeah, and she'll do that sometimes, which does a ton of damage. So, see? Ton of damage. And I'm not going to be able to knock it out. That's fine. So what does that mean? Just like before, we want to get on whichever one of ours that has, dreadqueen specifically, that has the highest energy, and then we're just, okay, I'm just going to speed it up now. I think I've explained, gotten past the part that I wanted to explain. Yeah. See? AoE attack. So you really have to pay attention to the message when he gets angry. And he's always going to get angry after 3 attacks. He's either going to do a regular, and then the unblockable one, and then a regular, and then he's going to get angry right after that 3rd one. So you really do have to pay attention to like what he's doing, when he's doing it, etc. Just to make sure that you are on top of things and you don't like get wiped, right? There's a few places like, I mean, I could get a few extra turns. They just went down, so that could work. I'm gonna try to see if I can get an extra turn. No, it's not a good idea. I should just keep working on setup. You always want to have as much setup as possible. Let's see. They're both.
Let's go.
Solar Cry, and then he's in power form since he's in normal, so speed attack. Bam.
Come on, everyone.
Okay. So here, I don't really want to use a shield right here if I can avoid it. So knocking him down's not ideal either. How much of my song do I only have 1 note? Okay, I need to set up more of the song. I'm just gonna try to do this, just to try to buy a turn. And we're gonna keep Normally I wouldn't want to do this, but I kind of have to. Okay. Yep, didn't work again. Like I said, that's kind of an iffy situation, right? Okay, but we put him to sleep, so that's still a positive situation because it gives us an extra turn to set up. So that's what we're going to use it for. I only have this one at 100. This one will be at a... Yeah, this one will be at 100 once it passes by its turn. And it's going to get knocked down for sure. So... I should set up the song, is what I should do. I should finish setting up the song. Yeah, I'm gonna finish setting up the song. I could take advantage, do a little bit more damage here, but you want to play as safe as possible with this guy. He's just such a pain in the ass. See how she does a ton of damage with that? It's just great. Okay. Alright, Rathian's at 100. We're gonna keep working on setting up, because even though we're close to the end, right, this is where it gets the most dangerous. So this is where you're gonna be like, maybe I can get away with it. Probably shouldn't try. Just keep working on the foundations, keep working on it how you're supposed to. And you'll probably get through the fight more safely, better, however you want to call it. Right, so normally right there I would just do more setup, but it's close to dying, so yeah. That's how you do the fight. Now, again, you'd probably want to spend that turn using a paintball and then do it afterwards. I didn't need to. It always has a chance of retreating even if you don't use a paintball on it. So better to kill it and like have it not retreat than it wipe you out, right? Because there's always a chance of it retreating if you kill it, even if you don't use a paintball. So yeah, there you go. That's how the fight goes. You get more setup turns with the one that's in the cavern. Let me just show where the cavern is, just in case anybody doesn't know where the cavern is. I'm just gonna go to it. But I think the fight in the cavern is actually easier because you get more setup. You get 3 turns of it sleeping, and you just never want to attack it. You want to just do solar cry, solar cry, solar cry until after it wakes up. Because it does something that's called a sleep counter, right? So it's normally right here. This is where it is. And your partner will attack it and they will die. That's totally fine. You don't have to worry about that at all. Just use the method that I taught you there and make sure that you're not attacking it while it's sleeping, and you're going to be good to go. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully this video helps out someone. I think that the ones that are in the wild are harder than the one that is in this cave right here. Because again, you get turns for setup. Those setup turns really can make a big difference in terms of how the fight goes. So yeah. That's it, and I did it with the Narscylla armor, Dios Gunlance, Dios Tailhammer, and the Magic Charm. For the Monstries, 3 neutral dreadqueen rathians, a purple gypceros. Doesn't really have to be anything special, just has to have Tailstone on it. And the Narcylla, if you can get one with inflict rate up, that's better. This is probably the best Narcylla I've found out there so far. But yeah, if you can get it with inflict rate up, that's pretty common on it. It is not strictly speaking necessary, but it can make a difference. It can make the run easier because, you know, sometimes a few small percentage points help. So yeah, there you go. That's how the fight goes. If people want a break Dios fight, I could probably do that too. If this gets enough traction, I'll go ahead and do that. The only problem with that is I will have to play for a few hours without saving the game, because I really don't want to save over this file now that I've got Espina. I really don't want to do that again. The first time that I fought it, I killed it, and then it didn't flee. And I thought, oh, no big deal, I'll just save the game and come right back. No, it doesn't come back. It does not come back. So if you kill it and it doesn't retreat, then you should reload your save file. So yeah, because I had to get rid of a 40-hour save file just because of that. So hopefully this helps somebody who's having difficulty with the fight to make it a lot easier. I feel like a lot of people don't really explain the like alternative options of when you can put it to sleep. But yeah, there you go. That's it. That's how you do that fight. Hopefully this helps. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.